I smell maple syrup. Do you smell maple syrup?
I definitely smell maple syrup.
I certainly smell maple syrup. So there's a town called Emmatown, right?
Yep.
And we're headed there now. And
Population 20.
Population 20?
Yeah.
Population 20. Oh, so I guess it wouldn't be hard to find the furniture market. It's probably
No,
pretty
it's like
easy.
one of the only buildings in town.
And I mean, Lee was saying that maybe you can get them to build your van out, but of course I need some things before I build a van out. But it might be an interesting place to get some ideas. And if it looks cool, then maybe I come back here. Amish built world-conquering van life movie studio videos to like, how do all those things go together? See, now I know what these filled-in ruts mean. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I learned a bunch of new things today.
The horses destroy the roads. The horse, what do you call them? Horseshoes.
This is like a one-horse town.
Oh,
The epitome of a one-horse town.
Yep, you can park anywhere here. This is where people come to, like, stuff that was not good enough to go into manufactured homes and RVs. They bring it here.
Maybe we can find a good deal. Or at least some inspiration.
Right. Maybe some ideas.
Yeah. I should have a tape measure.
Grandfather needed stuff. He would always come here, pick it up.
Cool. Looks like somebody's personal garage that just got out of hand.
That old truck back there.
Yeah, and a pontoon boat. And a Model T. What is that, like a Model T? Look at that. So we've got a pontoon. We've got an old tractor. And then we've got this old bird right here. What is that?
Does it say Dodge?
Dodge.
Dodge Brother.
Dodge Brother. Detroit, USA. Was it Dodge Brothers before it was Dodge? That's kind of weird. Let's take a look inside. Whoa, cool. Check that out. Look at the steering wheel. It's like, is that how people used to have the steering wheel?
I guess.
And then the shifter?
That's a Dodge fire truck. It's a Dodge fire truck.
Holy moly, this is, oh, look at that. Look at the classic in here. What is this thing?
Is it also a Dodge?
I don't know, they got a paper on it. This is a 1921 Scripps booth. The Scripps company started building cycle cars in 1912 and started producing cars in 1915. The car was in a barn in Midbury, based upon the storied history of this car. It is estimated it was last driven in the late 1920s.
Look.
This car is currently showing less than 30,000 miles. Less than 30,000 miles on this thing.
Look how you start it.
A crank. Ringer. Scripps booth.
Detroit.
For the right person, this thing could be like a dreammobile. Think about the 30,000 miles that this car had on it. Who was driving it in the 1920s? Who would have driven this? Was it a family? Or was it just a rich guy? And the tire's worn in the center, so whoever rode that tire was used, you know? Oh, did you open it?
Yeah, look. It's got an old turn.
Cool. And then this is the fire truck. Boyer, Indiana.
Dodge Brothers.
The fire engine?
Yep.
Look at the color. This was green. This was all green. And if you feel it, the wood is really good quality. The wood is like not decayed or worn at all.
It's amazing, huh?
I mean, think about this hose right here. This hose sprayed water on a building that was on fire in the 1920s.
Saved people's lives in the 1920s.
Like, seriously. Could you give me some light here? What is that? Boyer Fire Apparatus, Logansport, Indiana. I mean, look at the design here. Look. What does that say? Can you read any of it?
To charge something about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cylinder inline 6-cylinder.
Wow. What type of wheel is it? US Royal.
Wow.
Rayon. What is this? Fleetway. Wow. Easy. Look at this front pump. Yeah, this is the pump.
Look at the PSI.
Pressure. You'd have the water going in here and then out here.
Compound pressure.
What is this? What does it say? American Steam Pump Company.
Wow.
Barton Fire
Battle
Pump.
Creek, Michigan.
Yeah, Battle Creek. Oh, thanks. Somebody's going to see this someday and say, this is what I need. This is what I need to have. I like to look at the driving compartment. I like to just kind of look at all the dials and everything. Fire engine.
I wonder what it would sound like.
Yeah, you've got to have, it had to have had a pretty power. There's a siren right here. That's a siren.
Oh, the wind up.
Yeah. I wonder.
Spotlight on this side.
And this red one.
Yeah, that would be a flashing light.
Mm-hmm.
Ladders on the top, ladders on the side.
And this old bird.
Ford.
An old Ford. Although somebody cut it. Somebody cut the grill out to do something. That's a shame.
F6.
Yeah. Fire. Maybe it was in the fire department. You know, it's red. Wow. I wonder what year this one is.
The bumper.
Yeah.
It's like really was. Oh yeah, it's flexible. It's
Yeah.
like just for bumping.
Just for bumping.
This thing looks like it probably runs.
It does, doesn't it?
Probably.
It's got a key in it. There's a key in it.
Don't start it. What's it? What's it? We have gears on. Wow.
I wish there was some sort of data on this one. I'd be curious to see if and when and what the story is behind this guy.
One, two,
that's the
three,
alternator?
4. Yeah, I guess so. 4-cylinder. 1, 2, 3, 4.
From another time. From another time.
So cool.
Somebody's hobby. Somebody's got a little collection back there.
Come in to look for cabinets or something and end up finding
On an old Model T. Lots of moldings. At a certain point coming in here in the build of my van, it would be very useful. It's just not useful now.
right.
Like, it would be very useful to come in here and pick up all your little moldings and...
Yeah, good stuff though. I mean, my grandfather used to come here and buy stuff for his houses.
Yeah.
He had like 7 houses at one point, and he just come here when he needed parts.
Pick out a door, pick out a refrigerator.
This runs on electric or
And gas, yeah.
gas.
Yeah. $2,500 down to $800. Yeah, Dometic.
What's that mean?
That's Dometic, the brand.
Oh, okay.
They make stuff for RVs and stuff. Because there's so many of these RV businesses, I think a lot of the stuff is remnants from RV stuff. All right, well that was an interesting look around. Lots of big trucks or horses and buggies. It's like the things that you get here. Big trucks or horses and buggies.
That's Indiana.
That's Indiana. Or big vans.
Yeah,
I'm the big van man.
and it fits right in.
It does. Lee, I left my door wide open.
Both sides.
Why both sides?
That's okay. There's no fees here.
What'd you get?
Coffee, just a small coffee.
Small black coffee.
Thank you.
Thank
Is
you.
that with tapping on it?
No, it's okay.
Okay. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tasty.
Around in the countryside, you'll see a phone booth that's actually near the road. Multiple families of Amish use that one phone booth. They're not allowed to have phones in their house, so this is the way they get around it so that they can communicate. If you call someone's Amish phone number they'll like 5 or 6 families will share one phone number, and when it answers, it'll say like press 1 for the Millers, press 2 for the Yoders, press 3 for Robert Bontrager, you know. And so you push it, and then you would leave them a message, and then they could call you back, and they would go check their phone every couple days. Here's one right there.
Yeah. So let's go look at a
That's one
phone
right there.
booth. Oh, traffic jam.
Oh yeah.
Traffic jam.
Yeah, this is a Indiana traffic jam. Uh-oh, are you gonna make it?
No, I'm not gonna go.
It is a traffic jam.
I'm not gonna chance it.
You see their little mirrors? Little side mirrors.
There's a phone booth.
Oh, here's one probably right here. Yep.
Right.
That's a phone booth.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
There's one up here too.
Alright. Amish phone booth. Look, there's a telephone line. People have been walking in here.
Yeah.
So hopefully no one's in there. I guess not. Yeah. So they take notes and stuff, and they have boards and stuff. They'll share the phone lines.
Wow.
Yeah. Just like that.
So these are all notes from the people. There's probably, how many families probably can use this?
I don't know. Maybe we've got 1, 2, 3, or 4 or 5 families here.
It smells great in here. It smells, the build quality is
Look, even
very
the floors
nice.
are nice.
So they can't have a phone inside their house, but they can have electronics, like they can bend the rules.
Right.
It's
Because
like-
technically this is on public land.
It's
you
a
know,
workaround.
Yeah.
It's a workaround. Amish phone booth. That's pretty crazy. Man, I feel like I'm in another world. Like I've gone back in time.
Oh,
But
by the way, they can't, look at this. Look over there at that house. They can't have a power line going to their house, but they have solar panels. Uh-huh.
They're allowed solar panels?
Yep, as long as
That's
it's into
cheating.
a battery.
That's Amish cheating.
But it's only in the barn,
Only in the barn.
not in the main house.
You're not allowed electricity in the main house, but
Definitely not.
you can have solar in the barn. I
Right.
wonder if van life would be the ultimate expression of like getting around the rules.
Right?
You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
they can't.
listen, no electronics, but I have a, I've got a van. That's so crazy.
Yeah, so they would use that only for like heating and stuff to
Okay,
keep animals warm, chickens.
Not for their
and stuff.
MacBook Pro.
No.
To edit videos.
Okay.
What are these? What's with the metal roofs?
All right, so everyone's changing to metal roofs because they're better. So what they do, the metal's galvanized and then it's powder coated, so they last forever. I mean,
Did they have a lifetime guarantee? You said?
lifetime guarantee. So that's why everyone's using them. They just are better, all around better. So you see, like a lot of old houses, they got rid of the shingles and all put on metal roofs, including my mom's old home.
Yeah. If you, I mean, there's metal roofs everywhere.
Yep.
I don't remember seeing a lot of metal roofs in Michigan, though. I think is it an Indiana thing or is it an Amish thing?
I don't know. I have no clue. Look, the old barn back there, metal roof.
Yeah. There's a guy out there that's working on his horse right now.
He's hitching the buggy up. He's hitching the buggy to the
He's
horse.
about to go to town. What do they do? What do they do about laundry? Everything's hand washed, right?
Yeah, everything's hand washed, and they don't have dryers or anything. In the wintertime, when everything's frozen, it's really funny. Like, you'll see these stiff boards of jeans and stiff Amish dresses just kind of blowing in the wind. Yeah, they kind of freeze dry them.
Do things dry when they're frozen? I don't think that works that way.
I don't know. You'll see them out on the clothesline, frozen, stiff. It's, yeah. If an Amish person decides to stop being Amish, number one, they're shunned by the rest of the family. They're not allowed to communicate with the family. They totally break all relationships. But they also call it jerking over. So you get, so we call jerked over Amish is someone who used to be Amish and then stopped being Amish. And they're jerked over. Yeah, you've been pulled to the dark side. You've been jerked to the
over.
Yeah, you've been jerked over to the pulled rapidly to the English side. Yeah. So it's the Amish and the English. I am the English, even though I'm American. Yeah. Oop, this horse is good. Oop. Horsey, behave. Don't want to hit a horse.
And then if you're jerked over, you're kicked out, right? You're on your own, no money, no help.
Excommunicate completely.
You're out of here. You're on your own.
And you can never go back in.
Never. You
No.
can't apologize.
No.
I changed my mind. I'd like to be Amish again.
If it's before they're 18, yes. They have a special period of time from, I think it's 15 to 18, where they have it's called, in Pennsylvania Dutch, they call it Rumspringen.
Rumspringen, I've heard of that.
Yeah, that means they don't have to follow the rules for this certain, and then they can decide. This is like go out into the world, experience the world, and decide if you want to come back and be part of the church or not. And when they're 18, they have to decide by their 18th birthday. If they don't come back, they can never talk to their families and stuff again.
Jeez, that's harsh.
Yes. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, cemetery.
No.
Huh.
Amish people don't have churches.
Well, what do you mean Amish people don't have churches?
Amish people don't have churches, but they go to church.
So what? Where do
Church is rotated from within the group of Amish people. Maybe one weekend it's at this house. Church will be at this house and this barn, and the women and men are separate. And then next Sunday, it'll be at another person's house, and then the next Sunday it's at another person's house. And they have these special Amish buggies that are church wagons, that are kind of like school buses or church buses, but they're not covered. They're just open, and they hold like maybe 12 to 16 in one open buggy. Yep, and they'll all get in it, and they go to someone's house. You'll see on a Sunday, you'll know church is at someone's home because you'll see like 20 Amish buggies all in one person's yard.
So, there's a dually.
Oh,
there's a dually.
Wow, that is very rare.
That is a dually.
That is very, very, very rare.
I'm gonna pull off here and let that thing walk past me.
Oh, he's going right behind you. You'll get it off the side. That's rare.
That's a 2 horsepower.
That's a 2 horsepower
That's a 2 horsepower buggy.
That's extremely rare. Extremely rare. You know they don't pay taxes, right?
They don't pay taxes.
No, they're a commune church.
So
their whole lifestyle is a church.
So because churches don't pay taxes in America,
right?
And their whole society is a church.
They don't pay taxes at all.
Pay taxes at all.
Nothing. Nope. Yeah.
Wow.
So, would you give up electricity and technology to not pay taxes?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Pizza joint's pretty popular, huh?
I guess Amish like pizza too.
It's just strange.
Yeah.
Like the whole idea of, and the fact that they're mixed, like it's mixed into, like there's a guy with a laptop and there's a house with, electricity and Netflix, and then there's a horse, a horse and carriage that's driving by. How do these things mix together?
It's a blend, man. It's a blend.
It is a blend.
Yeah. People from outside feel it's weird or whatever, but I grew up like this, so I never found it weird. I always just found it as being normal. But then when I
find it interesting, yeah.
When I explain these things to outsiders, everyone feels confused about it.
Yeah, yeah. I can understand why.
But I'm like, it's like living in China.
Yeah.
And the things that you see and do, and
a lot of people might not understand, but when you're in it,
peeing on the street, split pants, stuff like that.
Yeah.
People freak out, but you're just, when you're around it for a while, you just kind of get used to it.
So that forest we just drove through is a public forest, meaning that anybody can go in there. Can you hunt?
Do whatever you want.
You can hunt, you can pick mushrooms.
Yeah.
What's the type of mushroom you said is popular?
Morel, the Indiana morel mushroom. It's one of the biggest, most expensive delicacies in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
In the world?
In the world, for sure. Morel mushrooms. Any Michelin star chef wants to get a hold of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go camping in there.
Yep.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Bury bodies.
Yeah, I guess.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah. There's no lake in there.
All right, guys. I forgot to end the video, but it sort of probably ended abruptly. Anyways, that was kind of an interesting introspective look into the Amish lifestyle here in Indiana. I am going to leave here tomorrow and head back to Detroit, where I'm going to start setting up the game plan for the North American Van Life Industry Tour, and trying to dot all my T's and cross all my I's, and then figure out my next few steps. So it's been nice hanging out here for a day, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that jazz. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. I'm at my sister's and brother's house, and we're going to go to an apple orchard. So this isn't going to be a van life episode. Oh, my hat's backwards. Sacrilegious. This is not going to be that sort of a show. It's going to be an Americana show.
Oh.
Hey, you have a lisp. Looks like you have a lisp. Yeah.
What is the appropriate
Which one
term?
is it?
People will argue with you over it. Is it a cider mill or is it an apple orchard?
Everybody's got to go at least once in autumn.
Dad, look it. One's named Batman. One's named Batman. The black and white one.
Those teeth.
Stupid
He's got an underbite.
Oh, he looks delicious.
I would have really enjoyed places like this. I would be flipping over rocks, tipping over big chunks of timber, looking at creepy crawlies underneath.
Around the corner, fudge is made.